So let's learn and enjoy mathematics. Our lesson is about division of radicals. In dividing radicals of the same index, if the nth root of a number is divided by nth root of another number, so in symbol, that is nth root of A all over nth root of B. So the result is the nth root of the quotient. So it means equals, we have the same index, so nth root of the quotient A over B. So nth root of A over B, where B should not be equal to 0. Any number except 0. Let us divide radicals of the same index. Divide square root of 5 from square root of 10 and simplify the result. So as you can see, we have the same index. The index is 2. So let us divide square root of 5 from square root of 10. So that means square root of 10 divided by square root of 5. It is also written as square root of 10 over square root of 5. So parehas lang yan. It depends on you how to write this one. So pwedeng ganito. This is the symbol. And then square root of 10 over square root of 5. Pwedeng over square root of 5. So we have the same index. So that becomes square root of the quotient 10 over 5. 10 over 5, that becomes the square root of 2. So we have no exactly value. This is not perfect. So square root of 2, that is our final answer. How about number 2? Divide square root of 6 from square root of 24 and simplify the result. So it means square root of 24 divided by square root of 6. It is also equal in writing. That becomes square root of 24 over square root of 6. So we have the same index, that is 2. So square root of the quotient, so square root of 24 over 6. So let us divide 24 divided by 6, that is equal to 4. And square root of 4 is a perfect square, that is exactly equal to 2. So the final answer is 2. How about number 3? Square root of 8 divided by square root of 6 and simplify the result. So let us copy. It is also written in square root of 8 over square root of 6. So let us combine. We have the same index, that is 2. So square root of the quotient 8 over 6. Afterwards, let us think a factor. So what could be the factor to make the denominator a whole number? So the number to be multiplied, that is 6. So 6 yung denominator dito. So the number to be multiplied is 6. Because 6 times 6 is 36. And 36 is a perfect square. So ang goal natin, kailangan yung denominator is a perfect square. So 8 times 6, let us multiply. That becomes square root of 48. 6 times 6, that is square root of 36. Afterwards, let us think a factor of 48 having the perfect square. So, kung 12 times 4, hindi pwede. May mas mataas pa rather than 4. So, that is 16 times 3. So, 16 is perfect and also 3. Pwede rin yung 4 times 12, pero meron pang mas mataas na perfect, that is 16 and then 3. And then, copy square root of 36. Square root of 16, that is exactly equal to 4. So we have no exact value for the square root of 3. This is not perfect, so let us copy. So it means square root of 3. And then the square root of 36, that is equal to 6. And then let us get the lowest term of 4 over 6. So if we get the lowest term, let us divide 4 by 2 and 6 by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then 6 divided by 2, the answer is equal to 3. And then copy square root of 3. So the final answer is 2 square root of 3 over 3. In dividing radicals of the different indices, to divide with different indices, change the radical to the same order or index. So in example, that is nth root of 2 all over m root of 4. So it means this is different indices. So how to divide? Our goal, it should be change the radical to the same order or index. First, we need to arrange the radicand to make it same base. So that is n root of 2, while here, m root, the square root of 4, same base, that is 2 square. So same radicand, now we have 2. So let us apply cube root of 4 divided by 6 root of 2. Let us find the quotient. First, we need to copy. Our goal, the radicand, should be the same. So that becomes cube root of 2 square, because 2 times 2, that is equal to 4. Copy 6 root of 2. Let us change this radical into exponent. So that becomes copy the radicand, that could be the base, that is 2, raised to the exponent 2 over 3. Copy the base, that our radicand is 2. Copy the base, that becomes 2 raised to 1 over 6. So if that is divide, our solution is subtract. So 2 raised to 2 over 3 minus 1 over 6. So let us see what could be our denominator. So we have 3 and 6. So it means our denominator is 6. So 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 2, 4. While here, let us copy. Because 6 divided by 6 is 1 times 1, the answer is 1. So we have the same denominator, subtract the numerator. 4 minus 1, the answer is equal to 3. And then copy the denominator, 6. Let us get the lowest term of 3 over 6. So the lowest term of 3 over 6, that is equal to 2 raised to 1 over 2. Because 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3, the answer is equal to 2. So 2 raised to 1 half. So, ibalik ulit natin siya inside the radical sign. So, that becomes square root of 2. So, 2, the base 2, that could be our radicand. And the exponent, this is 1. Our index is the denominator, 2. So, the final answer is square root of 2. So, how about number 5? Cube root of x divided by square root of 5. First, we need to copy. So, hindi natin pwedeng gawing 5 yung x, and also 5, hindi natin pwedeng maging x. So, let us write this radical to exponent. That becomes x raised to 1 over 3 divided by 5 raised to 1 over 2. Afterwards, let us see what could be our denominator. Our denominator here, 3 and then 2. So the number that is our denominator is 6, our least common denominator. So that becomes x. 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 1, that is 2. Next is how to get 3 over 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3 times 1, that is equal to 3. Right now, we have the same index. Our denominator is 6. So, let us proceed. So, that becomes 6 root. So, ipapasok natin siya inside the radical sign. So, that becomes 6 root of. So, x squared. 6 root of this one, 5 cubed. So, let us see what could be the number to be multiplied to make this one a perfect 6 root. So, the number to be multiplied to make the denominator a perfect 6 root, that is 5 raised to the third power. Why? 3 plus 3, that is 6. So, 5, this become 5 to the 6th power. So, pag sinimplify natin siya, magiging perfect na yung magiging sagot natin. So, that becomes 6 root of 5 cubed, that is equal to 125, and then copy x squared. 5 times 5 is 25, times 5, that is equal to 125. While here, 5 raised to the 6th power. 125, let us see kung meron bang factor having the perfect 6th root. So kung wala, that is square root 6th root of 125 x squared. And then 5 to the 6th power, 6 divided by 6, that is 1. So 5 to the 1, or 5. So the final answer is 6 root of 125 x squared over 5. How about number 6? Square root of 2xy squared divided by cube root of 8xy cubed. So let us write in the exponent. That becomes copy the radicand 2xy squared raised to 1 over 2. While here, divided by copy 8xy cubed raised to 1 over 3. So our goal, we have the same index. So to make it same index, so the LCD of 3 and 2 is 6. So copy the base 2xy squared. 6 divided by 2 is 3 times 1 is 3. Divided, copy 8xy cubed. So copy 8xy cubed. 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 1. The answer is equal to 2. So let us write inside the radical sign. So that becomes 6 root of 2xy squared raised to the third power divided by 8xy cubed raised to the second power. So we have now the same index. So let us multiply 2 times 2 times 2, that is 6 root of 8. X times x times x is x cubed. Y squared times y squared times y squared. So it means 2 times 3, that is y to the 6. Divided by 8 times 8, that is 64. X times x, because x squared. Y cubed times y cubed, that is y to the 6. 3 times 2, that is equal to 6. So, cancel y to the 6 power. And then, ano pa ba yung pwede natin cancel? X cubed divided by x squared. X na lang yung matitira dito. And then, 8 over 64, the lowest term is 1 over 8. So, ulitin natin. So, that becomes 6 root of 8 over 64, the lowest term is 1 over 8. So, our denominator is 8. And then, x cubed divided by x squared. So, tatlong x dito, divide sa dalawang x. Ang natira sa numerator is isang x na lang. Y to the 6, cancel. So, ito na lang kapag sinimplify natin to, 6 root of x over 8. Hindi pa to final answer because meron pa tayong radical in the denominator. So, our goal, kailangan ma-cancel tong 8 na to. So, what could be the number to be multiplied? The number to be multiplied to make it a perfect 6 root, that is 8. So, x times 8, that is 6 root of 8x. 8 times 8, that is 64. 6 root of 8x, wala. So, let us copy. And then 6 root of 64, that is equal to 2. If we try to check, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2, 16, times 2, 32, times 2, 64. So the 6 root of 64, the answer is 2. So our final answer is 6 root of 8x over 2. How to divide if our denominator is a binomial? So let us rationalizing binomial denominators. Two binomial radical expressions are said to be conjugate. We need to conjugate if they differ only in sign that connects the binomials. In the given example, that is 4 minus the square root of 3. So it means if that is 4 minus square root of 3, so copy 4, copy square root of 3, but then only the sign is changed. So negative and then positive. So that becomes 4 times 4 is 16 minus square root of 3 times square root of 3 is the square root of 9. And the square root of 9, that is equal to 3. Yung in between natin, that is equal to 0. So it means our goal is first and then last. 16 minus 3, the answer is equal to 13. So if this is the case of the binomial denominators, so we need to conjugate. So our final answer here is 13. So let us apply in the given 2 over 3 minus the square root of 2. So it means the number to be multiplied or conjugate, that is 3, copy, and then square root of 2, copy. If this is minus, so it means plus. 2 times 3, let us multiply, that is equal to 6. 2 times 1 is 2, and then copy square root of 2. 3 times 3, first, that is 9. And our last, square root of 2 times square root of 2, that is square root of 4. And the square root of 4 is exactly equal to 2. So negative times positive is negative. So let us continue. That becomes 6 plus 2, square root of 2. 9 minus 2, the answer is equal to 7. So hindi na natin masisimplify yan because our denominator is 7. So walang pwedeng pang divide sa 6, 2, and 7. So our final answer is 6 plus 2, square root of 2 over 7. How about number 8? Find the quotient of 3 over 4 plus the square root of 5. So it means the number to conjugate, that is 4 plus the square root of 5, that becomes 4, and then minus the square root of 5. Let us multiply from the numerator and denominator. 3 times 4, that is equal to 12. And then 3 times 1, that is 3, and then copy square root of 5. The denominator, 4 times 4 is 16. Positive times negative is negative. So 16 minus 5 times 5 is the square root of 25. And square root of 25, that is equal to 5. So we cannot subtract dahil may square root of 5 dito. So let us copy. And then 16 minus 5, the answer is equal to 11. So our final answer is 12 minus 3 square root of 5 over 11. How about number 9? Find the quotient of square root of 3 all over square root of 5 plus the square root of 2. So lahat may radical. So it means the number to be multiplied is square root of 5 plus 2. So square root of 5 minus the square root of 2. So let us multiply from the numerator and denominator, that is the square root of 5 minus the square root of 2. So it means if this is the case, 3 times 5, that is the square root of 15. And then minus 3 times 2, that is the square root of 6. How about the denominator? Square root of 5 times square root of 5 is square root of 25. Square root of 25, that is equal to 5. Positive times negative is negative. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 is the square root of 4. And the square root of 4, the answer is equal to 2. So copy the numerator, square root of 15 minus square root of 6. And then 5 minus 2, that is equal to 3. So our final answer is square root of 15 minus square root of 6 over 3. How about number 10? Find the quotient 2 square root of 3 all over square root of 3 minus square root of 5. So the number to be multiplied for the numerator and denominator, that is the square root of 3 plus square root of 5. So, yun yung gagamitin natin. So, minus to, kaya magiging plus. So, multiply outside, that is 2 times 1 is 2. And then, square root of 3 times square root of 3 is square root of 9. And the square root of 9 is exactly equal to 3. So, 2 times 3. And then, plus 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 5, so inside the radical sign, that is 15. Over square root of 3 times square root of 3 is the square root of 9. And square root of 9, that is exactly equal to 3. Negative times positive is negative. Square root of 5 times square root of 5 is the square root of 25. And the square root of 25 is 5. So 2 times 3, that is equal to 6. Copy 2 square root of 15. 3 minus 5, that is equal to negative 2. This time, this is not final answer because meron pang pwedeng pang divide. So that is 2. So 6 divided by negative 2, that is negative 3. And then 2, positive 2, divided by negative 2, that is negative square root of 15. So our final answer is negative 3 minus square root of 15. Instruction: divide and simplify the result if possible. Provide your answers in the comment section.
Enjoy learning mathematics. I'm Teresa Tubal. Thank you so much.